All right, so the 3 limiting beliefs to remove in order to scale to over $15,000 a month. Who in here is at $15,000 a month? Has anyone hit that? All right. Who's at 10? Raise your hand with confidence. There we go. There we go. Right around there. Who's at over 5? Okay. Okay. Gotcha. Limiting belief number 1, you're not good enough at cutting yet. Who's had this limiting belief? Just in general. You guys feel like you're just not there yet to charge over $100 a cut. Quality-wise. Cut-wise. Have you guys ever had that limiting belief in general? Okay. Iffy, right? I feel like everyone has, right? So, number 1, as long as you're not giving lines and bald spots, you have the power to charge over $100 a haircut. I will tell you guys this right now. I'm no different from you guys. I think, honestly, after seeing everyone's cuts, I'm probably, I don't know about the worst, but definitely not the best. I think 90% of you guys are better than me at cutting hair. But the reason, and Nico, same guy, Nico, Barber VIP, same reason me and him are able to, charge high ticket, high prices. Again, it's all in the branding. It's not about the haircut quality. Like, Jonathan, I know you're super crispy with the cuts, but what are you at right now? Quality, or no, just prices. 40 bucks a cut? Yeah. And how much contests have you won? 9 contests, right? So you're obviously qualified to cut over or charge over $100 a cut. So what do you feel like is separating you from $100 a cut?
Just like me posting, like getting higher ticket clients. That's it. Me being consistent with posting valuable content.
Valid. So consistency of posting and then the quality of content to attract high ticket clients. But do you believe that you're worth $100 per cut? Yeah. I mean, you're qualified, bro. How to position yourself as a $100 barber, even if you're not the best at cutting hair. Number 1, emotional positioning. The client feeling you create. A lot of you guys are still there to cut hair. And I want you to be so honest with yourself. Who in here gets a client, talks to them, and then gets straight into cutting, and then shows them the cut, or doesn't even show them the cut, and then collects money, and then kind of just leaves it at that? William? Okay. Landon? Okay. All right. Shane?
A little bit.
Yeah?
My new clients, I try to get an explanation.
It depends on the client.
Depends on the client, right?
Yeah, it depends on the client.
Some are awkward, right? But I'll tell you guys this. You guys are fully in charge of that. I mean, I was super introverted, so I sucked at talking to my clients when I first started. I'll be so real. But you guys as the barber/therapist at the end of the day, especially if you guys are cutting most guys, I'm sure it's 99% guys, you guys are basically their therapists. You know what I mean? I mean, they're coming to you, I promise you, not for the crispy taper, not for the crispy fade. Yeah, you have fire haircuts, but it's not about that anymore. To scale to $100 per haircut, it's how you speak, the client feeling you create, the confidence and the certainty you show. You're confident about your cuts. You're confident about really just the quality of work you put in. Everybody in here is so qualified for $100 per haircut, but there's a few tweaks that I feel like you guys need to make to really get there. You guys aren't that far from $100 per cut. Again, Andrew Tate's barber, Nico, right? Me. We're not that good at cutting hair whatsoever. So what do you feel like is separating me and Nico and all these other industry leading barbers to you guys? We'll go one by one. Okay. Ty. Social presence. Okay. Flores.
Yeah, having those clients, the high ticket clients.
High ticket clients. Well, yeah. I mean, we have high ticket clients, but why do we have high ticket clients?
The brand.
The brand. Okay. William.
Just confidence and content.
Jonathan.
The brand and the story behind you.
Okay. And I'm sure you guys are all going to say something similar, right? But notice how none of you guys said the cut quality, bro. Right? So get that out of your head. You don't need to be the best at cutting hair. You just need to learn how to brand yourself. Obviously, number 1, emotional positioning is everything. The feeling and the emotion that you get out of the client, the confidence boost that you give them, that's what you're selling. That's what people buy for. Again, like Nico was saying, took a little bit of sauce of what I was going to say. But again, Louis Vuitton and then another, let's say a normal purse brand. I mean, the purse quality isn't really that big of a difference. It's just all in the branding. You walk into a normal shop, They're just like, hello, they'll maybe welcome you, but that's really it. You know, you go searching for what you want. Louis Vuitton, they'll come say hello, they'll maybe shake your hand, they'll give you the respect, look you in your eyes, give you water. It's just those little tweaks that I feel like you guys need to make to get to $100 per cut. Because again, the cut quality does not matter at the end of the day. It doesn't. As long as you guys aren't giving bald lines and lines in your guys' fades and whatnot, you guys are good. Nobody in here is putting lines in people's heads, right? Okay, good. Number 2, social positioning. Your personality on camera. Yesterday, I know William ended the video. Who remembers what he did? I think you remember.
We edited the video last night?
Last night.
Oh, no energy.
No energy. No energy. Zero energy whatsoever. Bro, zero energy whatsoever. Not only do you need to put all the energy out, the whole point of a consultation video, I know it's saturated, you guys, but the whole point is to separate yourself from the market. So when you guys see all these TikTok barbers and all these barber coaches telling their clients to do consultations, they all look like clones. So one of the biggest thing I want to tell you guys, you know, an action item that you guys can take after this mastermind in general is put more energy into your consultation. Don't just think like, oh, it's a consultation, it's oversaturated, because I know a lot of you guys might think that. It's not. It's you at the end of the day. It's you. Because a lot of you guys are hitting 5-figure months. Some of you guys aren't. And the only separation, not only is the volume of content, but how you guys act and your personality on camera. Your personality, your energy. Even if you have to force it out a little bit. Yes, be yourself, but you have to push and bring more energy to the plate. The character you've built, the way people perceive yourself, the trust, and really just like your brand that you build online. So my next thing is number 3 is really just data tracking. Who in here is tracking their numbers? Okay, okay. So what's helped you with tracking your numbers?
I'm going to go into a price raise
Okay.
and what type of content I'm getting, what type of content to post.
Boom, right? So a lot of you guys aren't even tracking your numbers, so you have no clue what data to move with. At the end of the day, we move with data. The reason this dude, Avon, was able to hit not only 70, but he's on track for another $85 price increase because he's fucking consistent and he tracks his numbers. Simple. If he didn't track his numbers, you guys think he'd be able to do that? Hell no. So it's literally just tracking your numbers, tracking where your clients came from, doubling down on what works. Don't try to reinvent the content wheel. A lot of you guys start trying your own thing. You guys start trying to, oh, I want to try this, I want to try that. But you guys are already cooking with this piece of content. So why quit? You know, why would you stop? Why would you try to reinvent it? Do what works already and keep doing that. Making business decisions based on real evidence, real data, moving with real data. Stuff like seeing what kind of haircuts you're doing, detailed, going really, really in depth, seeing who's new, who's a recurring client, what's the most common way of discovery, how are these guys coming to you, is it Instagram, TikTok, whatever. But another thing I'd recommend, and I put this all on your guys' action items, is create a form to collect data on like, who in here asks questions like, you know, where did you come from and why did you choose me, right? Stuff like that. You guys are doing it for content, which is amazing. That's good. But I would start tracking it on the tracking sheet, because what that'll do is show you, okay, why are these guys, like questions like, why did you choose me over the other barber in town? He's gonna start giving you data. 9 times out of 10, the data is just like, you know, you're young, and it's the experience that you give, and it's the water that you hand me before the cut. Then maybe you guys should double down on that. But a lot of you guys are just kind of just going at your business solo. You guys aren't doing anything. You guys are kind of just in the same loop, same price point, same income every single month. And it's solely because you're not tracking the right numbers and you're not moving with the right data. If all of you guys were tracking the right numbers and you guys were genuinely taking data every single day, not just once a week, but every single day, you guys would all be past 5 figures a month. That shit's tiny, bro. $10,000 a month is not much. You guys are shooting small. So for those who aren't at $10,000 a month, take it personal. You know, there's guys in here that are probably younger than you, making more than you. Take it personal, okay? Because they're no different from you. So importance of branding. Shout out Shane, all right? I want you guys to simply just look at the difference between their profiles, okay? It's the same person. What do you guys see? Anyone can just shout out. That's it. That's literally it. Same bio. It's the same bio. You know, all these coaches try to tell you it's like all about the bio. No, it's not.
See the highlights different.
Highlights different. There you go. Right? Those are the 2 things that I really want to point out. It's the highlights, and then it's the profile picture. It gives you like, okay, yeah, this guy's probably worthy of paying more. You look at Louis Vuitton and then another purse brand or whatever. It's the vibe they give. It's the modernness. You know what I mean? So it's the same thing that Shane's doing here. I mean, you see him cutting outside of a shed in the middle of fucking nowhere. It could be a farm or whatever. and you're getting like, I don't know if I want to let this dude cut my hair, right? And then you look at this, my guy's looking all fly and stuff. It builds trust already at first glance. Anyone who goes on your profile, they see something like that, and most of you guys are chilling with this. But anyone who goes on your profile immediately and they see that, it already gives them just like firsthand trust. You guys got to remember that your guys' Instagram and your TikTok and your YouTube is your storefront. And as soon as someone goes on that, your goal should be to book them without even the videos. Just book them immediately. So obviously, you guys got your profile optimized, your location, where the cuts are, private studio, content creator, transforming thousands of lives, and then book an appointment, CTA. And then right here, he's got his ICP, his literal like ideal client profile. So what are the most common haircuts you're doing, Shane? Tapers. Tapers and bursts. What does he have on his highlights? Tapers and bursts. That's all he needs to do. Again, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to do some 10 different services. You don't have to add hair dyes for an extra $50. You don't need to do any of that. All right? You don't need to do perms. You literally just need to be good at 2 services, if not 3. Doesn't hurt. But a massive misconception I see with barbers is like you guys lower your prices to compete with the barbers around you. You guys will start doing all kinds of haircuts, perms, hair dyes. Has anyone in here tried to do more? All right.
Like dye hair, like change the highlights.
Dye hair? Okay, what have you tried?
I don't know if you consider it more because I feel like it kind of gives that experience, but I was considering doing like VIP facials after hours.
I honestly think VIP, like the facials and whatnot, that's valid.
Yeah, right.
That's valid. But I see people hair dyes, perms. That stuff is just like so much extra time. You're not professional at it, and you're just trying to make a quick buck. Compared to these, you could alone, just for a taper and a fade, charge $150, $200. It's gonna be a point where you're not gonna be the best at cutting. You're gonna hit like a cap, and it all comes down to your branding at that point. Because I promise you guys, your guys' haircuts are fine already. I know Landon, you focus really deep on the cut, the details. I love it, but that's not making you grow whatsoever. And I promise you, if you guys just simply go back to your hometown, you cut your client's hair and you genuinely talk to them, build a good relationship with them, connect with them, not only will they come back, but actually collect data, ask them questions like, yo, why did you actually choose me? Not only get it on tape, but actually ask them, why did you choose me? Why did you choose me over the other barber in town? What makes me stand out? I'm not just telling you guys that to just do it. Like that's data. I've moved with that data, and that's how I was able to scale to over 17K a month. Just collect the data. I was 16 years old doing that. It's really unheard of. Same thing with the coaching business too, you guys. I collect data on every single one of you guys. I don't know, for the guys who join, you guys all sign a form. Where did you guys find me? What platform? I collect data on you guys too for the coaching business. So for you guys who want to start coaching one day, it's all data. Let's say, Sergio, what made you want to work with me?
It was your age that really interested me at first.
Okay. Age, what about you?
Data tracking.
Data tracking? What do you mean? Like tracking, like you saw the tracking sheets.
Yeah.
So you're interested from that. Okay, boom. Let's say, William, what did you see? What stood out? Age, it was on Instagram. Was there like a certain video?
Yeah, just work. What's his name? Jonathan, right?
Jonathan. Okay, so a testimonial. So so a testimonial too. So when I collect that type of data from you guys, why do you think I collect that data?
Reach out to that same
To double down.
It's to double down. It's the same thing for you guys. And you guys are doing it on a way easier level. I mean, my clients pay me thousands. You guys, it's a couple bucks, bro. It's not even $100 yet for most of you guys. It's so much easier than you guys think. So limiting belief number 2, if I raise my prices, I'll lose clients. Who's had this fear? So what did you do to overcome it?
I haven't.
You haven't overcome it. You still have that fear. Okay. Who else had that fear?
Me.
Yeah?
Same.
You haven't overcome it. What about you, Ethan?
For me,
Because I know yours was big, bro. You were at the same price for like 2 years.
yeah,
You know?
and I was like the most expensive in the shop for a little bit.
Yeah.
How did I overcome it? Honestly, it was seeing how many clients I got from social media at 40,
Mhm.
and then it was just like, shit, I'll just try to do it again at 50.
Okay. Who else had that fear? Flores.
I would say I still haven't really fully overcome it.
That's fine. It's normal. It's
I
normal.
would say that the same thing. I would wait until I have that consistent clientele then to then move on to the next price range.
Okay. Again, guys, most barbers literally fully stay stuck under $100 because they fear losing people. They fear losing clients. Scarcity thinking keeps you very trapped and stagnant. All right. That's why you see all these unks in your shop. If you work in a shop, they're at the same price point. They don't move up. Their growth is stagnant. You don't need more clients, you guys. You guys just need the right clients. I'm gonna say that again. You don't need more clients. You need the right clients, and you need to deliver on the service. And that's not talking about the clean haircut. Yes, obviously you're gonna hook them up. You guys do that. You know, you guys can do this with your eyes closed out at this point, right? You guys are all good at cutting hair, right? But it's the service that you deliver on top of that. Raising prices removes the people holding you back. Same thing for coaching. The higher I went in prices, the better clients I serve, the less stress. I was charging like, I remember a cheap community I had, I think Ethan was in it, 15 bucks. 15 bucks, bro, super low ticket, right? It's the same thing with cuts. Who's once charged like 20 bucks a cut? I think everyone here, right? How are those clients compared to the clients now? Super cheap, right? The quality of client that you had at $20 compared to the ones that you have now, especially if you're right around over 50, it's a way different type of client. You should be aiming for that market of clients, not this market, right? Stop settling for these guys. I aim for the top dogs. So again, you guys are playing so much smaller than you guys think, you know, so much smaller income-wise. You know, your guys' goal should not be just 10K, 15K a month. You don't need 10 to 15 clients every day. You don't need to grind 12 hours. You don't need to be the best barber. What you actually need is the right positioning and the right content. Same thing that Louis Vuitton and all these luxury brands do. They position themselves the right way. They position themselves as an authority. I don't really know how they market themselves as much, but I've seen ads and I've seen commercials and whatnot, and it just gives off a luxury vibe. You know what I mean? So again, the right high quality clients will stick with you guys. The right high quality clients, not only are they just better quality in general, better people, you'll probably benefit more off of them as well. You know, you'll probably get put on. Like me and Nico, when we're cutting millionaires, we get put on game. We're charging, like, the blessing that we have as barbers too is that we're able to charge these guys, millionaires, billionaires, for a haircut to talk to them. Where other guys will pay them thousands of dollars to talk to them, but we have the luxury and the skill set to go talk to these guys and still get paid for it. How is that not a win-win? I went to Miami. I've cut millionaires. I don't think I've cut a billionaire yet, but we'll get that off the list soon. But I'll tell you this, like, I've learned so much just from doing these haircuts, even though I don't really cut hair at all. I don't really have time for it anymore. But when I do, it's worth my time. I've been able to benefit so much off of it, and I charge a premium price. And when I charge a premium price, I attract premium. It's all branding. Any questions so far? Anyone lost? Any questions?
I got a question.
What's up, bro?
For attracting older clients,
Yeah.
how do you go about getting older clients? Because kids tend to be cheap.
Yeah, no, it's a good question. I mean, attracting older clients, especially at my age too, when I was like 15, 16, it was definitely hard. But I think it's the personal connection you make with the older client. You kind of just mature. If you're simply just immature and you don't, especially as a young barber, you know what I mean? You're only 15, right, William?
Yeah.
So like as a young barber, you don't usually see that on the day-to-day. You know, you're cutting your high school friends, you're cutting your middle school guys, whatever it might be. So you don't see that on the day-to-day. But the more older and adult, like older guys that you cut, the more reps you put in with them, the more comfortable you get with them, you start maturing just naturally, and you start attracting that. I mean, I've had little kids pay me. You know, they get their mom to pay me, whatever. Like they pay. You know, they're begging to get cut by me. They want to be on my video, not the other way around. I know a lot of you guys, I don't know who's struggling with it, but struggling with recording a client because they don't want you to record. Who's struggling with that? Right? Why?
Sometimes it's like their parents just don't want them
Valid. That one's hard to beat. That one's hard to beat. That's the only one?
Yeah.
That's valid. See, that's just gonna happen.
to. Yeah, or they're like scared, but I kind of talk them out of it.
It's all in the confidence, bro.
Yeah, most of the time I talk them out of it. But
Yeah.
sometimes it's just like,
Yeah. So for me, it was like, dude, these kids are begging to be on a video. Either clout chasing or they just wanted to be a part of the brand, whatever it might be. But it's not me begging them, it's them begging me. And you know you're doing something right when it's that way. You know what I mean? So for you, Sergio, what's the struggle?
I was gonna say that I get a lot of clients that like are introvert
Okay.
and have like problems with anxiety and stuff like that.
Valid.
Because they see me online and they're like, yo, you seem like real easy to talk to, like real like welcoming and stuff.
Far.
So
You're doing something right on social media then.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
But like I try to get them, like I hype them up and I'm like,
Good.
You're here now, like you came to the right spot. Like we're not gonna have these problems anymore. Like,
Good, bro.
You're gonna blossom. You know, you're gonna be confident. You're gonna become alpha. You know that's what
Yeah.
I'm here to do.
For sure, for sure. That's the way to go about it. I mean, number one, if they're coming to you and they're shy and you're getting a lot of shy clients, I mean, that's data already. You're getting a lot of shy clients. What video are they coming from? Oh, they came from this video. Keep doing this video. Number two, what I would tell you is if these guys are shy and they don't want to be on video, which is the case or no?
Yeah.
So that's all your fault, fully your fault. You got to take full responsibility of that. I've had multiple guys tell me, yo, these guys don't want to be on video. If it's for Shane's reason, that's the only valid answer that I could think of. Anything else, that's fully your fault. So the way to fix that is having straight confidence, straight from the jump. Like right when you open the door for them, right when you actually welcome them, cameras, everything should be prepared. Everything should be prepared. A lot of you guys will try to, maybe be nervous. You guys are shy. You guys are stuttering. Already it's weird. And then all this tension's built up. And then you got to go set up your tripod and your camera. It's all in the beginning. It's all in the warm-up. First impression, if it's clean, if it's smooth, if it's not awkward and you don't make it awkward, as barbers, I was introverted, but the more reps you put in, the better you get at talking to these guys. It gets easy, But it's all in the first impression. If you're kind of just like, yo, come in. Yo, do you want to be on a video? Bro, what are the chances of you getting that client? So it's just the confidence at first impression. It's everything. You hype them up, you compliment them. I mean, bro, most boys and guys don't get complimented. You compliment them first thing, they're happy, you put a smile on their face, it's game over. Anyone have questions about that? Yeah? Boom. That's you for sure, Flores. It's the confidence thing. There's not much more to say about it. It's literally just you being confident in yourself. I can only force so much freaking David Goggins motivation for you until you actually just do it. Until you just do it. You got to just crack out of your shell and just do it. Because I promise you, Levi even probably remembers, dude, I was shy as shit. Around the right people I wasn't, but I was more like turtled up, in the shell, shy. But it wasn't until I just cracked out of it. I just got out of that phase. I mean, in order to become, that version that you want to be, you need to start losing that, those bad habits. And one of your bad habits is simply just being not confident in yourself. If you're not confident in yourself, your client's going to feel uncomfortable. As barbers especially. Like you are in charge of their haircut right now. In charge of their prom, their date, whatever, right?
I got a question.
What's up?
So what would you, like let's say a client comes in and you ask them to want to record and they don't want to record.
Again.
But their hair is like, dang bro, if we recorded this, then how would you kind of rebuttal, I guess?
Rebuttal?
Yeah, like if
I mean, I would say it's all in the build-up. It's all in the warm-up. It's all in like right when they walk in, energy. And I'm not like a social coach or anything, but I swear every single time I opened my door, I brought energy. Put a smile on their face, cracked a joke. Again, a lot of times I didn't really want to. It was still uncomfortable to me. But to get that clip, to get that content, I did whatever it took, And sometimes it's being uncomfortable, kind of saying things that sometimes you wouldn't usually say. Again, I'm naturally introverted, bro. I don't know if you remember me at the shop. I didn't talk much. But it's all in the warm-up. And then once they get in the chair and they're smiling and they're talking to you, one of my go-tos was literally just like, what's good? Whatever their shoes, like compliment their shoes or whatever, whatever style they're rocking. And then where do they come from? Like simply like, oh, did you get a ride? Whatever. You're kind of just having conversation. They get in the chair and then it's kind of just flowing and then you just put it out there. But again, I tell everyone this, it has to benefit the client. When you're just like, yo, can I film a video? Okay, it's benefiting you, Ethan, but what is it doing for the client? Yeah. So what can you throw in there? What are some benefits you could add for the client to make it worth it for them?
Girl might see the video and hit you up.
Boom, right? If it's a teenage boy, that might be perfect. What if it's a grown man though? Right? But you could get creative with those type of ideas. You could get creative. You could start thinking like, okay, what are some benefits? And worst comes to worst, I would give them a little percentage. Like I would give them a little discount, even a free haircut. I used to just offer like in my phase of just really, really grinding. And I had clients like, Flores, Shane, like they're saying no. In that phase, I had to improvise. I had to offer free haircuts, but it's so worth it to get this piece of content, get it out. And if it performs, it gets you 20 clients. So you guys tell me if this is worth it. One free haircut for 20 new clients. But a lot of you guys don't think like that. A lot of you guys are just thinking in the moment of, oh, it's a free haircut. I don't know if I want to sacrifice that. but you're not thinking about the video that you could get out of it, especially if they have long hair. It's a perfect transformation. You guys have those opportunities where it's like, dude, I know this video is going to pop, but they say no. You got to improvise. Yo, I'm going to give you a free haircut. Bro, who's saying no to that, dog? If you say it correctly and you're not weird about it, who's saying no to that? And remember the worth and the return on investment you're getting out of a free haircut. Again, in the moment, it's like, oh, you're not getting paid. But the return on investment is maybe 20, maybe 50, 100 new clients.
Especially like starting out at first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to get that content, trying to get something to go viral. And then like Ava said in one of the meetings, he's like, then they come to you because they want to be in a video.
Boom.
It should just,
Exactly, bro. Exactly. It's all in the branding once again. But anyways, guys, you don't need 10 to 15 clients every single day. You don't need to grind 12 hours. You don't need to be the best barber, the best cuts, 9 competition wins. Doesn't matter, bro. Okay? What you actually need is the right positioning and the right content. $15,000 a month, all right? A lot of you guys want to hit this number. You split it into 4 weeks. That's $3,750 a week. $3,750 divided by 5 days. That's $750 a day. $750 divided by $90 for a premium cut if you're charging that much. That's 8.3 cuts a day. But again, you guys don't need 8 cuts a day. We're not counting tips or anything. All right, so obviously it's 8 cuts a day, but you got upgrades, you got the frequency of that, you got the loyal clients, you got the premium clients. So the real number is right around 4 to 5 haircuts at $90. And we're counting no tip. Like we're just saying everyone's a robot and just gives you 90 on the spot, right? It's not realistic. But total is 167 clients a month at $90. $90, bro, it's not even a Benjamin. Okay, that's not even a Benjamin. But 167 clients at $90 no tip. That's all you need for $15K a month. So right now, I want you guys to all search up how many people are in the radius of your town. Everyone go on their phone, search up your town. How much people are in the radius? Landon,
40,000.
San Antonio, Rhode Island, right? 40,000. 3,600? Okay. All right. There you go. There you go. 15, right? Let's go.
Mine's 4,000.
4,000, okay.
I charge the most in my town.
Yeah.
When it's 20.
200,000. Okay.
I wish I lived in I wish I lived in a big city.
Yeah.
200,000? It's a lot of people, right?
That's crazy.
That's a good amount of people. Everyone have their answers? What was yours? 200,000?
Just Call of Duty, like 28.
2,800 or 28,000? 28,000. That's a lot. I didn't even know that. How much? 20. Are you guys both in Call of Duty? Okay. How much? 100,000. 3,000. Okay. Landon.
Crazy.
2.7 million.
2.7 million, bro. What are you charging per cut? 35? How much people like around you are charging that much, like on average? Like
Everybody I met.
everybody? Average, right?
35, 45.
You don't want to be average though, right? What do you want to be at?
I want to do 50.
50. You got someone over here is going for fucking $100 by 2026, bro.
Yeah, but like the next.
Next price increase, you're saying?
5 to 150.
Of course. But like, I'm talking, what's the goal in 4 months?
150.
Okay. Minimum, bare minimum. The reason I asked this, you guys, and the reason I said this is because out of all the people in your town, you got 3.7 million, you said? 2.7 million, 3,000, 28,000. All you need is 167 quality ones to stick with you. That's nothing. So once we really break it up, you guys can do the math, right? It's like a small percentage for the guy. Like 2.7 million, that's light, bro. Even 3,000. All you need is 167 quality guys, quality people, quality premium, high ticket guys to pay you $90 a cut.
But I got people driving like the whole hour, 40 minutes.
That's good. That's good. But like $90 a cut, those clients are different. You start getting people flying into you. You start getting people driving 3-4 hours for a haircut, bro. Again, this is all just to show you guys, like, when you really put it in that perspective, does this seem a little easier? Why? It's really nothing, bro. Like you got 28,000 people in Kahului in your town. All you need is 167 of them. That's only Call of Louis.
Maui is just like.
Maui in general, how much is that? Exactly, count Maui. 200,000, bro. So again, that's why it's so easy for, industry leaders. They don't choose to target the big crowd. They choose to target the premium guys, the high quality ones. Not only are we less stressed because we're not having to deal with guys who are begging for cheap cuts, but we have a better time. We actually get benefits. Like we literally get game from the guys that we're cutting too. It's a win-win. Who would want to charge $90 minimum? Right? I hope everyone's raising their hand. William, you got a question?
So, for me, my content strategy is, for personal
Yeah.
branding. But I was talking to Nico, he's saying that's a good no, but then you want to, convert them into clients as well.
Yep.
So you think it would mess up the algorithm if I, posting without posting and then posting a consultation?
I wouldn't say it would mess up the algorithm. I would say it's right now you're just building the brand, right? Fully focused. Like I know you didn't even really care. Like you're already making like $6K a month. You didn't really care too much about the income. I remember you telling me you just wanted to go all in on personal brand. That's why we started doing all those personal brand videos. But now it kind of just depends on what you want. If you want high, you still want more brand, but why not just mix it up then? So personal brand content is what you've been doing 100% of, but you still want the money. You still want to raise your prices. You still want to make more, right? So why not just do a mix of both? It's not going to hurt the algorithm. No.
I remember I talked to you saying you only can do one thing at a time.
What do you mean?
You're like, you
Effort-wise, I'd say like, yes, you're going to get more volume. Yes, you're probably going to get a better result if you just stick fully on one. But if you want both, because like, take Thomas, for example. Thomas didn't really have much of a personal brand. His main goal was personal brand. We didn't focus on money. We didn't focus on income, none of that. All he did was personal brand. Now that he built that, he has a brand for himself. Now it's a lot more easier for him to market the clientele conversion. He has 30K or 20K followers, whatever. So now when he posts a video, the video gets a lot more engagement, which means if the video gets a lot more engagement, a lot more views, it converts to a lot more clients. But when you guys are at like, let's say 1,000 followers, 2,000, less than 5K, your videos usually don't perform well because right when that video goes out, and this is just some algorithm game, it's only going to less than 5,000 followers. So your video's in what, 5,000 view jail, right? 10,000 view jail. Compared to if you build the brand first and you only focus on that, now that you post a video and you're at like 10K followers, let's say, immediately the videos that you post, these viewers are, all of your followers are seeing it. And then the more followers and the more engagement you get, the faster way you'll get clients, if that makes sense. I know that was a little rant, but build the brand first and then client conversion is always the one. But if you want both, you could do both.
Yeah, I had another question.
Yeah.
This will go for all of us. I know you have the medical glasses and stuff. So I got the medical glasses. I think I've seen Hakeem made a video where he's with his client. He's just doing like a haircut tutorial basically, but he's in the camera, so it's still kind of focused upon him. It's like he's just filming his clients like some little haircut kind of like goes deeper. Alright, so I kind of want to go deeper. So first let's start like sectioning, doing this, and then like real core of actually doing it with the glasses. You think that's like personal branding or trying to convert clients? So I feel like that was kind of both, and I was going to do that. I can share the video later if you want.
Yeah. We'll go back to that. Show me a better example so I can understand a little bit more. Tomorrow we'll go in depth on personal brand though. So you'll love that. Look out for that. Again, guys, 167 clients out of your town. It's easier than you think, right? Limiting belief number 3. You don't want to come off as cringe. Who's kind of felt this before? Yeah. Never even? You were always just like, I'm that guy?
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. Okay. Valid. That's rare. I was definitely not like that. Yeah, massive limiting belief. You think posting is cringe. You think talking on camera is cringe. You think putting yourself out there is cringe. But obviously, here's the truth. You're being selfish. You guys are simply being selfish to yourself. You're literally scamming yourself out of money. You care more about strangers' opinions than the life you say you want to build. That's a fact. You guys are being so selfish to yourself, your soul. You guys want this goal, but you're scared about what those guys in your hometown think. Those guys, at school, those guys you used to go to school with, whatever it might be, right? Your parents, your family, okay? And I'll tell you guys a quick story. I definitely got made fun of. I definitely cared what people thought. But as soon as I kind of broke out of that, those same clients and those same people who gave me shit were the same guys that are swiping up on my stories now, that now I've gotten definitely a little more growth. They're begging for cuts. You know what I mean? They're the ones that are like, damn, bro, I can't believe you made it this far. That type of stuff. No joke, it's gonna happen to the guys who get out of their comfort zone and stop caring what people think. Again, you are literally scamming yourself out of money. Why would you care about a stranger's opinion? You get this one life and you care about this stranger's opinion than the life that you say you want to build. It's literally stopping you because the stranger who really doesn't care as much as you think he cares or she cares, and it's stopping you from the goal that you want to hit. And if you really think about that and you take a step back, at the end of the day, it's just not you, right? Think about the best version of yourself. Probably isn't caring about what people think. Probably doesn't care if it's cringe or not. Yes, I honestly post cringe stuff time to time, but I don't care anymore. It gets to the point. You know, the best content creators you guys see, Mr. Beast, Kai Cenat, whatever, these big dogs in the industry of social media, what do you think they've went through this phase? Because I'm pretty positive they have. But if they stayed in that phase, they probably wouldn't be as big as they are. And every single one of you guys has so much potential. That's why you guys are here right now. And one of the biggest things I see is the fear of what other people think, the fear of just kind of being different, getting yourself on camera, getting in front of the camera. But as soon as you break this fear and break out of it, you see growth. Every time you avoid posting, you're leaving money on the table, you're losing premium clients, you're blocking your own opportunities, you're staying small on purpose. At the end of the day, your guys' fear of being cringe is keeping you guys all broke. So next time you guys are like, oh, I didn't post that video. I didn't feel like it. I felt cringe. I was too scared to post it. I stuttered here. Just remember this. You're leaving money on the table. You're losing premium clients. You're sabotaging your own growth. You're getting one step backwards from your goals, and you're staying small on purpose, okay? Once again, your fear of being cringe is literally keeping you broke. So for those guys who rose their hand, does this kind of wake you up a little bit? This is simply holding you guys back. Your fear of being cringe, bro. Who cares, right? And there's only so much, I've talked to so much of you guys on the group calls who tell me the same problem. There's only so much motivation I could give you guys. You know, the truth is you guys are going to go back to your hometown and you guys are going to get two options. Number one, you keep living the same life. You keep caring what people think. You keep accepting the fact that it's cringe and you don't post it. But remember the consequences of that, like I said right here. Or number two, you walk up into your hometown. You just came from Miami. You're confident. You're a new version of yourself. You're stepping into that new identity, and you're finally getting over the fact that you're cringe. And if you choose option two, I will guarantee every single one of you guys will see crazy results. At least for the guys who felt like they're cringe or they're scared of posting and whatnot. So again, the only people who judge you are usually not your customers. They're usually not your ideal clients. You'll never get hate from above. I'm sure you guys heard that one before. And it's so true. When I'm cutting these millionaires, these guys that are paying me hundreds for a damn haircut, they never hate on it. They're never giving me shit. Even though it might be cringy, I'm filming them or whatever. Even I feel that, but I still, till this day, I get over that fear. Because I know in the back of my head, it's holding me back. It's simply holding me back from where I want to be. So why the hell would I do that?